what we're doing today is going through and creating a maze game. So we're just going to set up the basic controls and the first room in this tutorial. Firstly, you need the sprite for a wall and a sprite for a player. Now these sprites can be found in the maze platform folder. There are lots of different sprites here that we're going to use. For now, you need to find a player that you'd like. I like the skeleton, but there are other characters here that you can use. So when you've got those two sprites set up, you need to set them up as objects as well. Object wall should be solid, and object player doesn't need to be. The other thing I've got is a room. Now to start with, I'm going to just put my player, I'm going to make this bigger. I'm going to put my player smack bang in the middle there, and just so we can practice, I'm going to put the walls sort of, hold down shift, and you know what, I'll put these here as well, and down there. Okay, there we go. So press the tick and it's saved. Now actually we'll go back. No, I don't need to do that. If I run the game, it comes up and there is nothing I can do. It doesn't move, I'm pressing keys. Mouse doesn't move, he doesn't move anywhere. It's because we haven't put any code on him. So let's close that. I'm going to go to Object Player. Now, remembering that an event needs to happen before anything will move. So I'm just going to add event, and this event is going to be key press up. So whenever I press the up key, I want a couple of things to happen. Firstly, I want to move upwards, speed of 5. Done. I'm going to add another event though. I'm going to say add event, key release. So whenever I let go of that key, so whenever I let go of the left key, I want to stop, speed of 0. But in the rooms, see there are these grids? They're all 32 pixels by 32 pixels. If we don't make sure the character ends up in that grid, you're never going to get through these gaps, and it gets really, really annoying. So what you need to do is you need to say align to grid. So align to grid 32 by 32. And what that will mean is that when it stops, it'll snap to that grid and you'll be able to get through the door. Now, if I say OK, I'm just going to go and run it, just using up. Something went wrong. Wonder what went wrong there. It's never a smooth process. Oh, I've done key release left by mistake. So I now need to go to change, key release, up. Alright, let's do that now. Up. I'm just pressing it once. There you go. So it's moving up. That's working how I expect it to. Alright. Now, quick way to do this now. Right click, duplicate. I want to duplicate it for, now it's press, so do key press left. I then go to press left, double click on this, change it to left. Okay, again, right click, duplicate, key press right, change it to right. So let's move down, duplicate, key press down, and change that to down. Now I need to duplicate release, so right click, duplicate, key press left. Do you know what? I'm going to change this, I'm going to delete this and change it. I'm going, made a mistake. Add event, key release, any key. If I release any key, I want to stop, 0, align to grid, 32 by 32. What should happen now is when I play, I get to move through. Now, I can then go through here. Now, obviously this is where you need to set up a decent maze for you to work through. Alright? But what any maze level needs is a target to get to. So, and that target will then take you into the next room. So I'm going to go to sprites, create a sprite, sprites, SPR, I'm going to call it target. I'm going to load a sprite. I'm going to pick a burger. Because, you know, he's a skeleton. He might be hungry. I say, okay. Again, target, create object, object, target. Okay. Now I'm going to, actually, oh, I didn't select the sprite for that. There. In the room, I'm going to put the target over there. Now when I run it, oh, I haven't set a collision up yet. I shouldn't be able to go through the walls. So I'll need to do that. And I'll need to set a collision up with the burger as well. So, let's go back to my player. Add event, a collision with the wall. It's best to put as much of your code into one spot as you can. When I collide with the wall, I want to stop and I want to make sure I'm snapped to that 32 by 32. You don't want to bounce off these walls, you just want to stop, so let's just test that. Go across, go, yeah, right, it's not letting me get through, but I can still get through there. Good. Now, what I'll need to do in Object Player, I'm going to add another event, and this is a collision. Collision is with target. When I collide with the target, what I want to do is I want to go to the next room, which are these buttons here. So this button here is go to next room, and you can put a transition effect on it. There we go. I'll pick that one randomly. Now when I run it, I go up, go across. I now got an error message. It's really important that you read these error messages because it tells you where the problem is. Even if you don't understand what it is, you know where you have to look. It says here I have to look in action number 1, so the first thing in the collision event between object target and object player. So I go to object player, find the collision event with object target, and look at the first thing. So that's where a problem is. The problem is there is no room 2. So I will very quickly create a room. There's room 2. Now when I run the game, it will work. I'll collide with this, and here we are in room 2. Room 2 is empty because I put nothing in there. What I need to do is go to room 2. I'm going to put my player in, and I'll make another maze level. Right, so now let's just test that. Go there, go over there, go down there. Right, and there I am. Yay. Now, by now, you've got your controls, you're colliding with the target. Other thing you probably want to do is score. So the last thing I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to put a coin in, so set the sprite up, and put that in as an object. And I'd like you to set it so that when you collide with a coin, your score goes up by 10 points. And then put those coins in throughout your first level of your maze. Okay, I'm not going to tell you how to do that. I'd like you to have a go at figuring that out.